Okay, so let's have a look at the adjustment number 6 for the 2020 paper as Heighway. So it's looking at the suspense figure. So the suspense figure arises as a result of the incorrect figure for mortgage interest. So it's telling us that mortgage interest is wrong. So we need to calculate how much we should pay for mortgage interest, although the correct entry had been made in the bank account. And a VAT payment of $3,700 entered only in the bank account. So we're going to break this up into two parts. Part number 1 is to look at the mortgage interest, calculate the mortgage interest due as well. And number 2, adjust the VAT. So it's telling us that we paid an extra $3,700. So we're going to need to reduce our VAT account. So first of all, with your mortgage interest, we're going to have a look and see how much our mortgage interest should have been. So it's telling us that we paid mortgage interest for the first 3 months, $8,400. So it's telling us that that figure is incorrect. Our mortgage interest then, so we got 8% fixed mortgage, including $60,000 issued on the 1st of the 4th, 2019. So we have to find, we're going to break this up into two parts. So we're going to take the $60,000, take it away from the $300,000. That'll give us $240,000. We had that for the full year. So we're going to multiply that by 8%. And then we're going to take the $60,000, multiply by 8, and multiply by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, multiply by 9 twelfths. So your first working then, so it's going to be $240,000 for mortgage interest. We're going to multiply that by 8%. That's going to be the yearly amount before we got the increase. Then we got an increase of 60,000. We're going to multiply that by 8% as well. But we only had that for 9 twelfths, so you have it for the full year. So it's going to be 3,600. So I should add those two together, sorry. So we're adding the 19,200 and the 3,600. So at 22,800 then, that's our total mortgage interest that we need to pay for the year. So that should go into your operating income if there's no adjustments to it. And then we need to find out of this 19,200. So of this 19,200, because we have paid 3 months, so the first 3 months, so we're going to get 3/12 of this 19,200 to see how much we should have paid. So we should have paid 4,800, but in the question, it's telling us that we paid 8,400. So there's a difference. So we need to reduce our figures, find out what we should have paid. So we paid 8,400 from the question. We should have paid 4,800, which we just calculated. So there's a difference then of 3,600. So what we need to do is on our T account, so we're going to say, so we need to reduce it by 3,600. So your mortgage interest is going to be minus 3,600. So remember, your debits and credits have to be the same. So because our debit side is now down 3,600, so this is down 3,600. So our debits and credits are not equal. So in our suspense, we need to add 3,600. So when we come to our working, we're going to take 381,750, and we're going to add 3,600 onto it. That means your debits and credits are equal. So that's almost the first part done. Now we have to find out what the mortgage interest due is. So the yearly amount is going to be this 22,800. We paid 4,800. So what's left then to go into our balance sheet, your current liabilities, is 118,000. So that 18,000 is going to be your mortgage interest due. I always put them together here. Just means that it's done, it's completed. Probably ask you later on to do it, but we'll have it done here, and there'll be one less adjustment to worry about. Your suspense figure then. So as we said earlier on, our suspense. So if we look at our T account, our suspense is in salaries and general expenses. So 381,750. 381,750. And we said we're going to add the interest. And the interest we need to add is this difference here of 360. That's the first part. Second part then, in this adjustment, it tells us about your VAT. So it's saying that a VAT payment of 370 entered only in the bank account. So we need to go back up here to our VAT and take away 370 from it. So we go back up here, our 3,700. So our VAT, we're going to take 3,700 away. So because our VAT's on the credit side, our credit side is now down 3,700. So in our suspense, we're going to go minus 3,700. So the adjustments for your salary and general expenses will be 381,750 plus 3,600 minus 3,700. So if we go to our suspense, so we got VAT, he says it's going to be minus 3,700. So when we add these up, we'll get the figure then to go into our suspense. So it's going to be for salary and wages. So it's going to go into your profit and loss. It's going to go into your admin. And then we also need to complete the VAT account as well. We have an adjustment previously done in the VAT account where we recorded VAT in our buildings. So we took that out. So if we look at our VAT account, we note that the VAT's on the credit side of 310,000. So your VAT on the credit 310,000. The figure on the purchase was 12,500. So we would have debit our VAT account, credit our buildings account. So you got 12,500 on the debit side. So it means we're owed 9,050. So we're owed money back. So that would be a current asset. So we made an extra payment on our VAT of, in this adjustment, of 3,700 from the question. So we'll have 3,700. So that means there's extra money there that we can claim back as well. So there's two ways you can do this. You can do this with your adding and subtracting. So we're already owed 9,050. We got a suspense of 3,700. So that means that we are owed 12,750. So that's going to go into your balance sheet in your current asset. Okay, you can also do it in your T account. So remember, if that's a payment, you are going to credit your bank account and then you're going to debit your VAT account. So your suspense or bank, whichever one you want to put it into, it's going to be 3,700. So your balance then for your VAT account, 12,750. And that then, as I said earlier on, that's going to go into your balance sheet as a current asset. So that's your balance brought down, and then down to the next month you'll have just 12,750. That'll be your balance carried on. And that balance then will go into your balance sheet as a current asset. So you can either do it either or do your double entry or do like that adjustment. They're going to cause students a little bit of difficulty, that VAT transaction itself, because it's money that we're owed back from the payment. So the suspense break up into two, do your mortgage interest due, correct your suspense, then do your VAT. Remember, put up in your trial balance so you know whether you're minusing or taking it away. So this would be here, would be your sum for your suspense. This here then would be one for your VAT. And then we recalculate the mortgage interest as well.